Also, so is certain levels of Castle Crashers. Only certain levels, though. Others are fine. Oh well. Okay. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons: Rise of Tiamat. Last time, you guys were in Waterdeep. You were just finishing up the quest for searching for Varum the White. You had found him. You brought him back to town, and then you were told to go find a tiefling lady who you know is aligned with the Zentarim, and you were skulking around outside this house. You got inside and found a curious entrance to the sewer in this building. Um, and that sewer ended up leading to the Xanathar's hideout, where you met the Xanathar. And March convinced the Xanathar that you guys, or at least him in some adventuring group, would help him with a task. And if you're basically able to prove your use to him, he'll tell you where the person you want to see is. That's about the big story points that we hit off last time.
No, we have to go to what? Skullport?
So you guys are gonna find out. I think he said he wanted to send you to Skullport, but you never really talked about how you were gonna get there, or what the mission was, or what's really going on. But you know that you got to get to Skullport. This would have been what happened, I guess, directly after, which is why there's a little bit of time, is that Grawl has to leave the party. Right. Grawl is going to go talk to his cousin sister, who came to the more or less diplomat that came to speak with him a few times that you guys have met.
Sister of Justice.
Exactly.
Remember.
Whose name I can't remember. I should really write it down.
Remember
that. He says he's going to stay behind on this one. And when you guys can stop me at any point if there's anything that you guys want to do before we get to this, but I assume you guys are going to go back to the Xanathar and figure out your arrangements.
Yeah. I have nothing else to do.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to Skullport.
You guys head back to the Xanathar's lair, to where you found the Xanathar. And he starts talking to March again. And he says, I take it that means you guys are ready to go off to Skullport?
I think so. You have to tell me where that is, though.
I guess also, would you guys need a long rest before that? I don't remember if you guys need to or not. Are you full on everything?
Wouldn't we have, though? Because wasn't that like the end of the night? Weren't we going back to an inn to rest and then coming back here?
That could be, because everyone's like full health.
I'm at 8 wound.
I'm down 4 spell slots.
2.
Yeah, I'm down a slot.
Down a spell slot.
I'll take.
Also,
rest.
Can we get to Skullport that fast?
You'd have to rest before you go. Because Skullport is actually connected to Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we don't have to actually go through the first couple of levels of Undermountain, right? We can just go...
Yeah, you guys aren't going down through the Yawning Portal. You guys are going to a magic portal that'll take you into Skullport through a watery cave system. But yeah, you guys can definitely rest and then go.
Yes, please.
I would like to do that. Get back my wild shapes, my spell slots.
We'll take Grawl off the combat tracker.
He's fighting with us in spirit.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's gone. He left. The next day you guys head back and you guys talk get back to where the Xanathar was, and he's still there, and he says, "You've come back. I take it that means you're ready to go to Skullport."
Sure.
He says, "What I need you to do," and he looks around with his many eyes, making sure no one outside the party is listening. And he says, "I'm looking for something called the Orb of Whispers. I was told by one of my informants that it's currently in the 3rd level of Undermountain off the river. Would you guys be able to retrieve it for me? I'm told it'll need an extraction team."
Yeah, we should be able to retrieve that for you.
Perfect. The only way you'll be able to get into Skullport is by being smuggled in. It's not really a way that a lot of people go, mostly just shady people and pirates go through Skullport. But we have a ship that we can smuggle you in on. That won't be a problem.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Smuggled how?
And behind you, you kind of hear some like clack, 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 clack. And as you turn around, you see a halfling with 2 peg legs and 2 different color hands. And he says, "Well, I'll take you on me boat. The name's Norgan Ten Fingers." And he holds out his hand, and it's drow skin colored, and there are multiple different like humanoid types of fingers on the hand.
Does he have 10 fingers though?
Between both hands.
Oh,
One hand is in perfect shape, and it's like a normal halfling hand, and the one that his right hand that he puts out for a handshake looks like it's probably a drow hand. Maybe one of the fingers is a goblin finger, maybe a tiefling finger, but he does have 5 fingers on the hand.
that's all I care about.
And he says, "You'll be coming on my boat." And he holds up like a diagram of this. It's not a canoe, but it's that shape, and it's quite large. And then you can kind of see that there's like crates in the back, and there's a bunch of spots in the bow that people can hide. And he says, "We're going to put you guys in, make it look like we're shipping something into Skullport, and then when we get there, you can get out."
That'll work for us.
And
when do we leave?
We leave in a few hours. The only thing is, we won't know when you're back, so you might have to wait in Skullport for a little bit.
Are you taking us back, or do we have to go back a long way?
You'll, if you want someone to pick you up, you'll have to wait till a boat comes.
Oh, okay.
And good luck getting out any other way.
Is it going to be piloted by your brother Norman Ten Toes?
No, I take the ship.
Oh, okay.
It's my ship.
I don't know if you had a second ship. 10 fingers, 10 toes.
He looks down at his no feet. His 2 peg legs. Is that some kind of joke?
I thought you had a brother. I mean, if you're specifically 10 fingers, maybe you have someone named 10 Toes that you're related to.
That's not how last names work, unfortunately.
It is where I come from. My last name is Hare.
I'm sorry, where do you come from?
You don't want to know.
And he says, we're ready to leave in about an hour, unless you guys need more time.
Is the boat present?
Not in the sewers, no.
Oh, okay.
You guys will have to go to the docks of Waterdeep.
Oh, okay.
How long is it gonna take to get to the docks from here?
It's just on the other side of the city, maybe 15 minutes or so, not too long.
Is there anything interesting happening while we're on the way over?
There's always something interesting happening in Waterdeep.
Thank you. To do.
Someday,
going
I
there.
swear, someone's going to open the Troll Skull Revival someday, and it's going to be great.
You got like, I don't know, I think it's like 10 to 20 years or something like that.
That's what the prophet says. So you guys head on over to the boat. You guys get on. And you don't have to be stowaways the entire time, just as you kind of get closer to the cave system that you're going to have to go in.
I mean,
They just say it'll be easier to get through security if nobody sees you.
yeah. I mean, Barnaby's not a huge fan of boats to begin with, so he'll probably just like find like a small box and just kind of like collapse himself into it.
That's fair.
Like, he understands the assignment. He's gonna go to sleep.
Nice. And while you guys you're kind of sailing out from the port of Waterdeep, you make a turn. As you kind of drift out a bit, some fog sets in, and it's kind of like that scene from Peter Pan when they're over by like the rocks with Hook, and it's nice and foggy. It's kind of like that. You're sailing into like what's going to be a cave water system. There's lots of fog. And Norgan says, "Okay, we're not too far now from Skullport. Now, I know there are some people who've probably heard things about Skullport, but none of you really look like you've ever been here. So why don't I give you guys like a quick introduction to Skullport? People say it's controlled by the Zents, but controlled is a strong word. There's a lot of tension between the Xanathars and the Skulls of Skullport. Everybody kind of gets along because they have the same enemies, but nobody really likes each other, if you know what I mean. Everyone's kind of rough and tumble. It's not the best place to make friends. It's also not the greatest place to start a fight because they will band together. Does that make sense?
Mostly.
Once you get out of Skullport and into Undermountain, that's completely different, but when you're in Skullport, if you're going to take on one, you're probably going to have to take them all on, and people won't be afraid to start a fight with you. That's just a Tuesday to them.
What day is Tuesday? I've never heard of this day.
Today is a
wow.
Tuesday.
Always has been.
It's never not been. So, yes. When you get to Skullport, you have a couple of options. You can either continue from Skullport directly into the heart of Undermountain, or you can... I don't know if you'll be able to find the informant or not, but the informant is somewhere in there as well, named Yulkes.
In Skullport?
I don't know if... Maybe. I'm not even sure of that. But I mean, we got word from Skullport or Undermountain somewhere in here that there was the Orb of Whispers.
So vague intel.
Vague intel. I don't really know what an Orb of Whispers looks like. But
They say you can barely hear it.
oh, because of the whispers?
Yes.
Wow, that's a good one.
I don't know what it looks like at all. That was a joke.
Oh. That one didn't sound like a joke. That one sounded sincere.
It was.
Well,
do we need to have seen the object to cast locate object? I think Barnaby still have. Barnaby still have. Oh, you have to have seen it.
You need to know
you need
something about it.
Yeah, you need to see it or like have a very, very good description of it.
Okay.
You basically need to like know what you're locating, if you know what I mean. Like,
gotcha.
Well, we're getting close to Skullport, so you guys better get in the boxes.
It's like as he says that, and like a backdrop to the whole conversation, there's like this like droning, snoring buzz just coming from a box on the side that's like way too small for a person.
You guys all pile into various boxes and parts of the ship. As you all get into Skullport, I believe if I share this, no one will see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Share record. Can you guys? Is it all black right now?
It is.
Here is all dark.
Perfect.
You do have to have seen an object up close within 30 feet at least once to locate object.
Gotcha. That's out of the question for now. Maybe if someone runs away with it.
Now, you guys, you can feel the boat moving. You don't know where you are. You hear, you can kind of feel the boat starting to slow down. You hear people walking. I don't know if anybody knows this language, so I will just type something really quick. Okay, 2 of us know that.
Does blind sight allow me to see outside my box?
It'll let you like sense what's outside.
Well, how much blind sight do you have?
10 feet.
10 feet, you wouldn't be able to see off the boat.
Okay.
But I also don't think you can see through like opaque object.
That's a great question.
With it, I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
I think there's something about full cover in the description of it.
Fighting. Yeah. Anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you're
yeah. So to you guys, this would be behind full cover.
Like divine sense.
Yeah.
I took myself.
I'll do it that way instead of actually typing out the full words. And then after that, you guys feel the boat kind of take off a bit. You feel it stop. One by one, your boxes get picked up. And eventually dropped. And go here. You guys are able to get out of the box in this spot here.
Are there supposed to be walls around us? that are working to only show us this room, or is it because we can see outside the room itself?
Yeah, I don't think so. We're not
Okay.
going to stay too long here anyway. I don't know if they
Gotcha.
actually drew walls on any of this or what any of this is.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun map. But it's okay. They drew terrain squares around them, so there's no walls, only terrain squares.
Okay.
But it's okay. Those are outlined as they should be outlined as like tower walls, I guess, with like kernling on top.
I guess
I'll put you guys out here just because you can see everywhere anyway, and it's gonna be hard to move from in there because you'll be clicking on the tree thing. There.
Forgot to ask last session, but are we just going to assume that I got my goggles of night vision back from Graal before he left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Because you guys would have had a chance to speak with him. So Norgan lets you out of the crates, and he says, so like I said, just be on your toes from here. You're kind of on your own. There's a couple of ways to get into Undermountain from here. And he kind of points off into like this direction, near the top of the screen, this way here. And he says up there, you can kind of go into the cave system and eventually you'll end up in Undermountain somewhere. Or you can take the river up. And he kind of draws out a couple of maps for you guys, which I'll shove in Discord. He draws them out crudely on a piece of paper. That if you were to take the Sargoth River, but you'll have to find a boat for that, you'd start on that X and up near the top where there's like a landing with a pathway that goes north. That would be your best way to get towards where the Orb of Whispers was last like seen, or where they're going to tell you to go. Or if you were to take the pathways, you would end up coming into a city where you could maybe find Ulkes.
That's
which
the
would be
informant?
that red house. Yeah.
Could you take us up the river?
I can't. I have to leave. I smuggled you into Skullport, but you're going to want to wait till after I leave the room before you guys come out. You should be fine if you just tell them that you're with the Zentarim. You should be fine. Like I said, just don't like make any enemies on purpose. You might be able to. Well, it's hard to tell. You guys are part of the Zentarim. You guys might have enemies. It's normal.
No, but it's never on purpose, though.
I'm sure. I wouldn't judge you either way. We all got our enemies somehow. And he says you might be able to steal a boat. You might be able to talk someone into taking you up. Or again, there's a bridge down that way where you can go through the tunnels. Completely up to you guys how you want to do it. I won't be here. When it's time for you to come back, just come back to Skullport and wait around. Eventually, I'll be back to Skullport. It's my job to take items to and from Skullport, so I have kind of a bit of a rotation going on, and I'll take a look for you guys for the next few times.
Well, thank you, Ten Fingers. You've been most helpful.
Yeah, she said, hopefully I see you again.
You will.
Not everyone who enters comes back. Many a times I've made a one-way trip. But you know what?
Sure
It's like I always say. You can get more fingers.
But not more toes.
But not more friends.
I like the toes line better.
I mean, I think you can get more toes. I lost my whole leg. The toe wouldn't have helped.
Right, so it still counts. You can't get any more toes.
If he's like sitting here doing some math and it's like, but I used to have no friends and now I have 5.
But how many toes do you have? You can't have a lot of friends and a lot of toes. That's what I've learned in this business.
He kind of like tilts his head like he's doing like some incredibly huge calculus, trying to count like all of the feet on all of the bees.
It's like I say, you either have toes or friends.
He's like, I'll get back to you on that.
And with that, he begins to waddle away. He goes out the door, goes down to the dock, he boards his ship. And the ship sails away.
Right. How confident do we feel like looking through a city of pirates?
So, I will say, for the players, you guys are here to get something for the Xanathar. You know that Skullport is a bit of a contested area, but once you leave Skullport, you know you're going to Undermountain, and you know that that's like a dungeon with magic items themselves. So like if you find other things, you're not like in someone's house and you can't take them kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to explore as much or as little as you want. And take whatever you want from anywhere. Be a pirate.
Somewhere far in the distance, we hear a Kenku laughing in bugbear.
What do we want to do? What's everyone think?
Yeah, okay. We're around a dock. Can we like find a like an unguarded boat or like a busted up dinghy or something like that?
So not at this dock that you came in on, but as you walk around the complex, you'd find out that you're on a small little island that's kind of shaped like a skull, and that there are other docks around.
Okay.
Depending on which way or where you guys want to go, there are different people kind of outside. So like over here, there are, I'm not putting them all on the map, but there are 10 Duragar and a lot of humans.
Okay.
You'd have to actually dedicate counting to them.
All right. Barnaby's gonna take like a kind of like just casual look around as we're like, I guess, kind of exploring this small islet. And see if he can't spot like a, like a small battered boat that somebody might be able to or be willing to sell for like nothing.
Okay. As you make the rounds, there's a whole bunch of bugbear over here, which is over by the docks. The next set of docks. At those docks, you don't see any boats either. And where else? But yeah, there are a lot of bugbears. Again, if you wanted to know how many, you'd have to actually start counting them. And over here, there's a lot of gargoyle statues.
That seems fine.
Oh, totally fine. There's lots of arrow slits that you see as well. And that over on this side, there's a bridge that goes across the water and into the cave system. So as you make your way around Skullport, you don't find any boats immediately at any of the docks.
Go just walk further in then rather than go upriver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any like shops?
Like fancy Skullport shops?
There's like, we'll say a market area in this building thing is a market area. So there's like very kind of more like a farmer's market style setup. There's some people in here selling adventuring gear or items that they found further in. There's also a couple rogues selling intel.
Okay.
Oh, and one thing I wanted to give you guys before you left, if you didn't have them, was you now each have a Zentarum symbol if you didn't before.
Okay.
I think I still have the one that I looted off that dead guy before that.
Yeah, I know some of you did. Whoever didn't, you guys would have been given one as well so that you could fit in around Skullport.
I'm pretty sure I'm actually still wearing mine. I never had the forethought to take it off.
Everyone thinks you're a Zentarum now. In Waterdeep.
But no, I was thinking of maybe like looking for a folding boat, but I see that that's a rare wondrous item now, so I don't think I have the gold for one, that's for sure.
Any arrows to
What was that?
Do they have any like Fletchers? Any arrows down here? Just pick up quick because I forgot to before I left Waterdeep. It's like 10.
Yes, that there is a general store that'll have arrows and bolts and stuff. What do you need, arrows or bolts?
Just arrows.
Okay. You can get 20 arrows for 1 gold and 3 silver.
Sure.
Or you can get 10 arrows for 7.
7 silver? I'll do that. 10 arrows for 7 silver.
Okay. Slightly above value down here.
That's actually not that bad for Waterdeep prices. Not Waterdeep, Underdark prices as far as I know.
Yeah, that's because this is like as close as you can get to Underdark and Outside World. You're not like quite there yet, so you're kind of
not at like
middle
400
ground
to 500% markup price.
Yeah, exactly. You're not in the Underdark yet. You're just outside the Underdark. This is Skullport proper is still part of Waterdeep. But the entrances to the Undermountain are in Skullport. And they're both magic in nature, so the way it kind of works is, and you guys being brought up to speed would know that like when you're going like down this river, eventually you just end up in Undermountain River. There's no real connection there, but eventually you just kind of end up there. Same with the cave system. You are walking through some eventually small tunnels up this way, and then eventually it just turns into Undermountain.
Gotcha.
It's rumored that the connections were set up by Hallister himself.
Sure. I'm good after the end.
Clog would know who that is.
No, Clog no.
I don't need anything.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So you guys are going to go up into the cave system?
So?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And let me check if this... I didn't think to check if the last one had walls. I'll actually check this one. It does! It's got real boy walls.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay. So I will bring you guys onto this map. Now, you're not going to have to go through this entire map to... I'm telling you this because you'll want to know that it's a big map.
I want to go from each house to each house and search every tiny little spot. I do not.
This is actually a map from another campaign.
Is it from
And
Waterdeep?
some of it's from Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Yeah.
So like this is a big old map, and you can go through as much of it or as little of it as you want, because what I've decided is that this dungeon is fully set. Even though you only want one thing that wasn't in here before I started this. You can be guided easily, or you can just explore the fuck out of it till you find it. The
We
choice
do know
is
where
yours.
the house is, though.
You know where the house
were
is, but
given-
that's not
yeah.
where the item is.
Oh.
That's where the informant is.
Are-
Right.
You
are
don't
we
know if
supposed
the
to have-
item's there.
Are we supposed to have a map right now?
You will.
Oh, okay, because I don't.
Here we go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a big map.
Yeah, it is. Are we coming from the north part then? From our
Yep.
informant's map? Okay.
You're coming in where the little X is in the north.
Gotcha.
So,
And he drew that map in front of you.
Right. Who knows how accurate it actually is?
It could be very accurate, it might not be. You've never been here before.
Correct.
all right. Well, I guess since our tank is currently off in their own business, I'll take point.
Do we see anything in front of us? Is there anyone like guarding this whatever those
Okay,
circles are on
so-
the ground?
You can also semi
The
front line.
circles on the ground
That
are labeled as a door, but they're not actually there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the map does have the real map has a door there. I don't have a door there. One sec though. I will. Where is the button?
Vanish.
There we
Vanish?
go. Okay.
Oh no, goblins!
They don't appear to see you guys yet. They seem to they're kind of over here and they're talking to each other.
Do I see any like
Nobody understands Goblin, so
Do I see any special armor markings, any badges like Centaurum or Skullport people or anything I would know?
For these goblins, they just seem to be wearing like rucksacks for clothing, and they each have a club. They don't have any defining features at all. They look as generic goblin could be.
Any of them look like they have intellect devourers inside of them?
I don't know how you would discern
I wouldn't.
that.
No, that was a joke from the other water.
Especially okay. Yeah.
That's all. I have no clue.
Yep.
How lit are these caves?
Oh, they're so lit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not at all. It's
okay.
quite dark.
It's dark in here.
Quite dark, yeah.
Please just put on the goggles. Don't light it up. I do so much better in the
I'm,
dark.
I'm wearing the goggles. Yep. All right. I mean, do we just want to like bluster past these goblins?
I would just walk up.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll try and be kind of sneaky. Is it dark vision right now, or are we?
Yes,
I can't tell
it is dark vision.
So I'm invisible, except for Barnaby if he's within 10 feet of me, or if someone's not using dark vision.
I'm going to be doing pass without trace pretty much constantly down here.
Sure.
And since we would be considered in like, dim light for dark vision purposes, I'm going to be trying to hide with my cloak as well.
Okay.
My nature's mantle.
Does that give you anything special?
Shifts in color and texture. You can use it spellcasting focus. While you're in an area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if you're being directly observed.
Okay.
And
Make a stealth check.
Yeah. All right. So it'll be stealth plus.
Just to see how well you're doing it.
Everyone, or just Barnaby?
Just see how Barnaby's doing this.
Okay.
You're invisible.
Okay. So it'll be this plus 10.
Be heard.
It'll be a 16.
Okay. Fair enough. I was going to say, I didn't want that to be a disadvantage, but it was.
It's going to be because I'm in medium armor. It's always going to be
fair.
disadvantage.
Okay. 16 is fine anyway. So yeah, you're trying to blend in with the surroundings. March is invisible. Okay.
I'm walking down as well. I don't know how quiet I am in plate mail, but
I always try.
Trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
You can make a stealth check.
Plus 10. Pass without traces for everybody.
Sorry, I lost my deck down for a second. Plus 10.
24.
God damn.
Okay.
I mean, I would just be, if I could, just moving just up here and just towards the exit by keeping an eye on the behind me in case anyone else gets spotted.
They're just kind of talking. They're not really paying you any mind.
I know I can't see March, but I'm going to be looking for the exit, following him without knowing.
I was going to say, Barnaby's going to be trying to follow within about 10 feet of March.
If I noticed he was trying to follow close to me, then I would have stuck around him, kind of staying within his 10-foot range.
Yeah, so it's like, I can follow along March, and then everybody else can follow along me at like a distance if they want to.
Yeah, I'll be like... No, I want to stay in range for my aura, so I'll be about 5 feet behind.
Okay. They don't seem to notice you.
Is everyone else coming?
Oh, sure. Let me roll some stealth.
Have some guidance.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Thanks.
And you got plus 10.
And plus 10.
But it's plus 10 plus guidance. So it's a skill check. You can't critically fail it.
That's good to know.
That's
You
15.
still got a 15.
Damn.
Wow.
You still rolled better than me.
Now, no, you got a 16.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh.
Okay.
But
Still
close.
almost
It was close. It was close. The passive perception you had to divide against was only a 9, though, so you all got
Yeah,
it.
they're got.
Okay. Yeah.
They pay all of you no mind.
Well, let's keep going.
You're all able to walk past.
Cool. Yeah. Let's keep going. Lead the way, march.
Okay.
The DM might have to
just,
navigate me because I'm running into walls.
Yeah, I was just getting them off the. Here, I'll drag you down to you guys to about
The
like
next point of
that.
interest.
Yeah. The next part where it matters. Oop. Oryx didn't come.
I mean, this entire dungeon isn't handcrafted to be explored. I want to get out, you know, the 10-foot pole and be knocking on all the walls and checking the ceiling.
From here, we'll say go ahead.
I mean, judging by the map, I would just go to the right. Eventually, we can.
I have been
swing
left
down.
behind.
Yes.
Oop. Yeah, you're up here with March.
Yeah. What's this door we're passing by?
I mean, I would go up and I'd try and sneakily open it real quick, depending on what it is. Like, what do I actually see here?
You
Like a
see
house.
like a small stone hut.
Do I hear anything inside?
You hear nothing.
Does it look like it's trapped at all?
Make an investigation check.
You would put this in the tower, right? Because double clicking doesn't currently work.
Yes.
+5.
You know that there is no lock on this door, and it doesn't seem to have anything that it could trip.
Okay, and does it? So I can just open it up then?
Yeah.
I would like to quietly open up the door to see what's inside.
You open up the door to reveal an outhouse
Okay.
with no one inside.
And we can go to the bathroom?
I went before we came here.
Okay. Then I would close the door. And keep going.
Solid.
Actually, yeah, no, we got it.
Okay. Looking at another quick sec. Okay.
Are these passageways around us or buildings?
So I'm gonna send you a screenshot. It's buildings. It's like I'll show you just the one that you just saw.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. So
Yeah,
we're in
I
probably
can-
the
I-
main
I'm
complex
understand-
that the map is showing.
Yeah, I can't see what you see, which is why I'm one sec here. So like
Gotcha.
it's not that they're passageways, it's just that there's a lot of buildings. Yeah.
That makes sense. I thought the map was totally off and that we haven't even gotten to the city yet or the little town.
No. Yeah, and that was that's why I drew the city that way on the map.
Okay.
I hand drew those maps.
Oh, yeah.
But we're in like alleyways right now.
Looks like it. So we gotta go south.
Like-
Yeah, the
Underground?
buildings are big and like it's kind of mazy, but they're all buildings. It's not that you're in hallways. It's just that these
Right.
are big buildings.
Gotcha.
And the
Is there anyone
buildings
else
are
out
kind
and
of carved
around
out of stone.
that we can hear
So-
or see?
You don't see anybody.
Okay.
And Oryx, I'm assuming you're moving up a bit with them?
Yep.
Okay. I'll move you over here.
Yeah, it's very hard to move down here.
Friendly Underdark reminder. Blind sight does see
Okay.
invisible Duragar.
So, if you guys all close your combat tracker, I can give you guys free roam mode.
Sure.
Because then you can't see when I'm turning things on and off.
Right.
So, then I can turn on free roam mode so you can just kind of drag yourself and see where you go.
Right.
See, you just taught me how to see things. I didn't realize that that was a thing that could happen. I'm not going to use it,
Oh,
but I didn't even realize you
okay.
actually could do that.
He's gonna start cheating.
So yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
I will
turn
not.
things to visible now.
You can always look at the stream and see that I'm not cheating. Like, you could very easily call me
Yeah.
out.
I don't believe you.
I would. Okay. So when you see something, you actually see
something?
it. Yeah, if you see something, say something.
Doesn't look like free roam mode.
Oh, I haven't clicked that one on yet.
Oh, okay. What if I hit
Yeah,
the cancel all button?
It cancels all.
It doesn't look like it does. I don't think I can cancel other people's movements.
Actually, I don't think it does anything.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't even cancel your own movement.
So,
It's the X next to the cancel all. Cancels everyone's movement. I will not hit that again.
so what exactly happens if we like don't find this orb tonight? What does that mean for like the next?
Gotta make sure we go by the docks. May have to wait a little bit longer for another ship
So
to come
I-
in, but I think
I have written what will happen, but so I've got a story device that'll handle what'll happen if people aren't here. But
he said he comes. The guy who got us here, Ten Fingers, said he
Right,
comes
but,
by
like, it's like-
occasionally.
so if you guys don't finish this adventure though, next week there are people who won't be here. So how would we finish it? Was the
Sure.
like?
Yeah.
I've got a way to bridge that.
Okay, no, I was just wondering like how speedrunning we have to be here.
Okay, so token movement is off now.
I mean, it's a one shot, so there's zero chance that we finish this right now.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
correct.
Where's
Oh my
There's a-
guy?
goodness.
There's a
Goblinoid.
hobgoblin down there.
Yeah, that one.
Does he
Player
look like he's?
16.
What is he doing right now? Is he just standing in
Yeah,
front of the
move.
door? Is he keeping watch?
So
I'm
when
s-
you,
I'm
as
still
you
getting
guys
stuck
come
in
around the
walls.
corner, you see him come around the corner. And
Is
he
it still pitch black in
walking-
this town? I mean, it's Underdark, so it's
Great.
possible.
Pretty
Now?
much. There are lights, but not where you guys are right now.
So as far as he would be concerned, if he sees us, Clogfane is currently leading. Just gonna go here.
Clogfane is leading.
Well, because I'm invisible to him unless there's light.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he seems to be like looking around, not saying
Wait.
anything, just looking around.
Okay.
Is he wearing any kind of like identifying symbols?
He is wearing armor. That has something on it.
What? Something.
Make a perception check.
Need to uncover the tower.
Okay. So both of you are able to make out where is you guys are able to make out a symbol I don't think I have a picture of it. Hold on, I'll Google one real quick. Thought they had one here. I'll paste it in Discord. So it's that's kind of sun-like thing. You can kind of see that there's one of those on his armor. It's not gold with a gem in it, but you can see it kind of like carved or like painted on the armor, the same symbol.
Do I have any clue what that is?
And you know that it means the Legion of Azrock, and they were an older Netherese civilization. You just, both of you oddly remember that.
Netherese.
You remember somebody saying that most of Undermountain is like a Netherese wasteland, and like, oh yeah, that this is a Netherese symbol, and you guys were able to put together that it's part of the Azrock.
Gotcha.
The Legion of Azrock.
I would just keep going if he's not going to pay attention to us, and just go down here. Just keep moving.
I'm still having trouble hauling my token around.
There's a way to do it and keep. You can with
just click on your character and you should be able to arrow
and
key.
use the arrow keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're trying to like home in on where exactly this big oblong building is on the map. Does this look like it? I guess maybe it's the one down below. Yeah, because it's like an L shaped and there's like a funnier L shape.
Yeah, I think the one below it's probably it. Is this another outhouse that's just chilling out over here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I think the one near Clogfane's probably...
Yeah, this one looked like
I'm
it.
trying to go down like this way. Found the door. What does this door look like?
It is a large stone door. You see inscriptions, or what you assume are inscriptions that you cannot read.
Oh.
Are they in a totally
Actually,
different...
I assume you can't. Hold on. I'm assuming. Let me just type in a letter in chat in this language. Yeah, nobody
So if
can
it's
understand this language.
Netherese, it's written in Draconic.
It is not written in Draconic.
Damn. U6. Okay.
So
Right, well,
yeah.
Barnaby's just gonna do like a Gandalf and like take out his staff and like dink dink.
Okay.
You know, make sure that like his Xanathar emblem is like polished and, you know, like front and center on his robes.
Okay, so I assume you're going to be in front of the door then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind you, he's probably going to be like partially blending in with the door behind him.
Ooh, true.
Oh!
Hello.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is alright. He's Barnaby like, Yulkes? Question mark.
That's my name. Who are you?
We have been sent by a mutual acquaintance to locate the Orb of Whispers.
Ah! The Xanathar sent you. Come in.
And Barnaby will do that. Because he, probably doesn't know what a Mind Flayer is, so probably doesn't care.
Does he track me at all when I go in? Like, does his eyes... Look, I don't want to be... I mean, I guess I'd be fine being invisible if they can't track me, but I also don't want to, like, scare him.
Make a perception check.
Sure.
You don't know if you came in beside someone else he was looking at. You can't get a read. You don't know if he's looking at you or someone beside you. Because you're all kind of near each other. You can't make heads or tails of if you think he can track you or not.
I'll assume I'm invisible just for the heck of it.
And he says, my name is Ilkes. I'm the ambassador from Skullport for this place.
Pleased to meet you.
And
this is our first...
He tells you it's called, as Storm Calder. This, I am the ambassador of Skullport to Storm Calder. This place. What can I do for you?
Right. It will say, Ten Fingers informed us that you might know the last location of the Orb of Whispers. Would you be able to tell us where that was or anything about what it might look, what we might be looking for?
And he says, well, it's south of here. You can... I wouldn't have a good way to direct you, but it's to the south and to the east of here. There's another... I wouldn't call it quite a town, but there are people held up in a spot similar to this. It doesn't quite function as a town, though, even though there's buildings similar to here. In there, you can find the Orb of Whispers. It's in the back. It's near the River Sargoth. There's some fish in that room. And in the pool where the fish swim, there are some mysterious orbs in there.
What about the mysterious orbs?
Well, one of them is an Orb of Whispers, for sure. Which is what you're here for. It's a treasure room of sorts. There could be other things in there. I wouldn't rule anything out.
And the other is the Orb of Confusion. Doi.
The other one's the Orb of Forget the Other Orb.
Alright, I guess that's all the questions Barnaby has. We'll, like, thank the Mind Flayer for his information
and he when you were asking him where it was, Did you guys show him what you had for maps? Or did you just ask him? How would that discussion have gone?
I guess whenever Barnaby was like saying, yeah, 10 Fingers asked us to like, track you down, he would have shown him at least the map with his house marked.
Okay. So he says, well, that's a pretty decent map. I guess it got you to me. That 10 Fingers is kind of crazy, though. I didn't tell him I lived here. I don't know how comfortable I feel about that. I'm gonna have to move again. Just keeps finding me.
The market
Right,
these days are awful. Good luck.
What was the Underdark housing market? Marsh does not say this. He is remaining silent.
Barnaby will ask if there's like a way out of this, like out of Storm Calder to the southeast, or if we should go back into like the tunnels on the left-hand side there and like go around.
And he says that if you were to keep going to the south, you could eventually make it back to the river.
Okay.
If you venture south, just listen for the water.
Does he... I guess Barnaby will ask, does he know anybody around who might be looking to get rid of a boat? Or where we could find a boat?
And he says that off the Sargoth River, there are a couple of pirate hideouts. You might be able to find some boats and get out through the river that way. But that'd be all I can think of.
Okay. Go commandeer some boats from some pirates.
Pirate some boats for some pirate.
Yeah.
Stu. Alright, cool. I got nothing else. Unless there are any more like dialogue options in the tree, we can probably get going.
Okay.
I purposely leave last because I'm still curious. Do I see him look at me as I leave?
He like asks you if you're waiting for something. Something I can do for you.
So if everybody else were to leave, are you gonna let the
I'm slowly
door
leaving.
shut?
I'm not just sitting in there. I'm slowly leaving.
Okay. He
Does he
didn't
look
pay
at
you
me?
any. No.
Any mind. Okay. Either he's playing along or he doesn't see me, which is, potentially deadly information for when I go try and jump a mod flare and it knows exactly where I am later on.
Yeah, you got no intel on that one.
No, that's fine. I was trying. It does not like how big this map is, because sometimes I try and move and it just lags.
Yeah, we're running into that as well.
Someday we will be able to render 2D images.
That's doubtful.
Do I see any like specific houses or anything on the way out that seem? I mean, I'm really not. I don't care too much about this place other than the information we got. Is there anything that draws my eye?
Not really.
Okay.
No. There's just buildings that you would not. They'd just be buildings.
Then out I go. I'm going down, all the way.
Okay. Hold up.
Ah,
If I had like detect magic or something, might be like more inclined to
Oh
explore.
no, Oryx. You snaked the wrong spot. Okay. There we go.
Are we back to
Well, now it's scary time.
confirm movement? Oh yeah.
Now the mind fire
Yeah.
pops up to mind blast us all.
He's finally gonna take you out.
Oh my
But
god!
actually, I want your brains.
I don't think anyone has Revivify,
Yes. Jokes on you.
so
I
they
don't
can't shove
have
my
any.
brains back in when they get extracted.
We definitely need to get a spell storing ring for that.
So I'm gonna let
Yeah, because I'm still
March,
leading,
when
I
you
think,
get
with
there-
Bard, like right behind. Okay.
Okay. So everyone get to where they'd want to be if March and Barnaby and Claw. So it is, yeah. Get to your rough positions here, and then I'll. March is going to see this, and
All right, I see
let me
nothing.
bring up party sheet. And Barnaby are both gonna see this in a second here.
You're gonna have to tell me when I can open up the combat tracker again. I've kept it closed now. Oh my gosh.
You can open it now.
That
You see
disappointing
that.
Guffa?
Guffa.
Guffa.
And it lets out a large as you guys kind of get close to that room.
Does it look aggressive towards us?
Yeah, it does.
Or am I rolling initiative?
I think you're about to.
Okay.
Yeah. I lost my tabs here.
How could you?
They all went away. There we go. This one. Okay. Igneo, roll initiative.
on
You know that
it.
having initiative tied to proficiency is a great thing. I just keep scaling.
Okay, March, you get to go first.
Does it look like it sees me? I need to
It
know
doesn't have
whether
eyes.
Okay.
It looks like it.
does it know where I am? Advantage. That's the only reason I need to know.
Oh. You have advantage, but I don't.
Oh, I have. I
know
guess,
if
no,
March
it doesn't. I wouldn't
knows
know.
for
I wouldn't know
real.
because I have advantage because I have assassin rogue. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up
Yeah.
there and attack it a couple times. I'm gonna bonus action hunters mark. We'll start with that. And then first attack. Advantage. Sweet. Okay, so that's sneak attack. And then I just have to add a d6 for Hunter's Mark after this. Okay, so add 2 more damage. And then we have extra attack. Which is just going to be Hunter's Mark, so I'll just do this plus a d6. Add 5 to that. And then Gloomstalker attack.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay,
Pick.
so I'm just going to hit... So this is 2d6 I have to add to this. It's this plus Gloomstalker, which is an extra d8. Where's that button? There we go. Let me do that, and let me roll the d8 that exploded into a 4 plus Hunter's Mark damage, which is 6. So add 10 damage to that.
Okay.
And that's...
Oh my god. You did
That's that.
69 damage, Mark.
I can do
Nice.
things.
Nice.
Good job, buddy.
And then let me pass through. And then that's it, though.
Okay.
I got nothing until... Just wait until I get Action Surge. That's...
Works.
I gotta move up.
What does this thing look like? Like a giant earthworm?
I should have.
This is like a
No.
pile of
No.
garbage.
Let me, how do I, where's my share? There we go.
With like,
Oh!
yeah. Or like, yeah, alienish. Lots of teeth.
Lots of teeth.
Friendly.
This buddy
It's
is
my
not friend-shaped.
Let's just tash his mind whip. Let's see what we get.
He fails.
See, I don't think it
Failed.
looks intelligent.
He's gonna eat some dice.
That was a
Nice.
good mind whip.
Oh, you can probably pull Mustache off of initiatives,
Existence.
considering I don't think we're
True.
going to get back in time for it to ever be relevant.
Fair.
I'll have to start looking for some kind of underground tree.
Is this
So I
a tree?
start swinging.
When there's mushrooms in the Underdark, that might be a really good mustache. Like big mushrooms.
Are fungi plants? I don't think so.
Oh, well,
Take my
If it's-
extra attack.
true.
Depends on the fungi.
Missed.
Let's get
Yes.
like one of those like huge swole mushrooms from Dark Souls.
Just one shot punch something.
Yeah.
Feel like
Okay, anything else for Clog?
no. I was looking for bonus actions, but I don't really have anything.
Okay,
I'm
Barnaby.
Bonus action Shillelagh. I'm gonna come up here. Give him the beat stick.
Okay. Oh, crap, I caught you. Well, I clicked again and it caught you. Hit. Woo. He is barely alive.
Hell, +7.
Do it again.
You are able to beat him up big time.
Sick.
You got him. And this.
Right. Is there anything like interesting around this little lair area that it seemed to be guarding?
You it just seems to kind of, you see that there's some garbage in the room. You see that there's a pile of corpses in the room. The bodies have been stripped of all armors and weapons and really much anything else other than their undergarment. And there
Okay.
are some chunks of flesh missing in large bite mark shapes.
So this was like the town's corpse disposal. I see. Alright.
I mean, people could have just came in here, unsuspecting. It depends. Who knows? Whatever it is, it
Never
likes
will.
these things. We never will know. We didn't ask it. We should have asked it, guys. What are you?
What are you?
I told you he was a friend.
Well, he's a dead friend.
Best
now.
friend we ever
And
had.
no fingers.
Oh, the blood smear.
Ooh, can I grab his fingers?
That thing didn't have fingers.
No, I mean just on the ground for 10 fingers. I want to give him
Oh,
something when I
yeah.
get back.
Those fingers don't look. I don't know.
Too
I mean,
old,
you
too
can.
composed.
You don't.
Is it too? They're
I
too
don't know
how they'll
decomposed,
be-
right? Too decomposed.
They're
That's fine.
yeah. They're not. They're not like today's or yesterday's. I mean, you definitely can, but you would know. You would know they may not be useful to him in that way, but you could.
I was gonna suggest, since you can clearly like attach other kinds of hands and fingers, we should see if we can find like 2 good legs for him.
I don't know if that'd be considered insulting. I tried to talk about his toes. He didn't like that.
Fair. Oh wow, this map is lagging real bad.
Lags. He
It's
lags so
because
much.
it's
so big.
ginormous. Oh my god, they made a feature. I
it
now
called
got an
anti-lag?
accept all movement. No,
I also
but I can accept
can
everyone's
cancel all,
movement
which
in one
is the fun
go.
thing. I can cancel everyone's movement.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit strange.
Is there anything in this side area?
So right where you are, yeah, hold on. I was letting you guys get there, but when March gets there,
That would be 10 feet from March.
you see those.
I see 2 goblins. So they don't see me then. But they see my friends probably, because I don't know if we've been moving stealthily.
I've been
Well,
trying to move stealth.
there's a wall right here.
Okay.
So you don't know if they see your friends or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just keep. I mean, honestly, I would just keep
They're
walking.
behind the
past-
doorway. Like Barnaby can't see them either.
Sure. Then, like I said, I guess I would look back at Barnaby and just be like goblins, and then just walk past.
Brian, keep following 10 feet behind March. I'll try and be stealthy again.
Ooh, and then bugbears.
We'll try and be stealthy as well.
Barnaby will also kind of like pass it back along the line, like goblin.
Bugbears more than
Uh,
we
There's
can
the back
count.
spell.
Add 10 to this.
Goblins.
Okay. So Barnaby, when you get to there, is Pass Without a Trace still up? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. Let's. They don't seem to notice you.
They will when we fight these bugbears. Maybe we don't have to fight them. Maybe we can all be friends. I mean, if they're not noticed, I would just kind of keep moving. And like I said, I would say to Barnaby, if he hasn't already seen, there's bugbears up ahead, like many bugbears.
All right. Barnaby will pass us back along the column just as more goblins.
Oh, I say bugbears. I don't say goblins.
That's all the
Bugbears.
same, Barnaby.
I'll keep the
No,
word going.
That's
More goblins,
racist.
but quietly.
Goblin bugbears.
Racist.
Barnaby separates the world into bees and not bees.
That's extra racist.
Oh crap. I think I grabbed the wrong character.
What do I actually see?
So you see.
One of these bugbears has awesome teeth.
Yeah, he does.
That's surprising.
They're not all standing in a line.
I don't think there's good dental care down here in the Underdark.
I want that
But
bugbear's
the dental
teeth.
care they do have is free and accessible, though.
Why you gotta be like this?
It's not good. I mean, we don't have free dental care either, but it's not good dental care, but it's free dental care. So they've been keeping up.
Okay.
They don't seem to notice you, Mark. But they seem to be looking around intently.
If I could,
This guy here is actually kind of like peeking around the corner.
I'd like to try and make my way through them. So that if combat does break out, I could be on the other side.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I'm ready to fail my one strength.
Don't forget to
Perfect.
Plus 10. This is a plus 10, by the way. With advantage because I'm invisible. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could fail that.
Taunt him.
No.
Even if
I don't
so, it's
think
1 plus
you-
10 is 11 plus 12 is 23
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you
Yeah, just to the other side they get down there. That's all.
you-
And then I would be
you've
intending
got
looking
no
to see
problem.
if they, because I don't think everyone else will be able to sneak past that much because they're looking.
This one is looking right at you.
Do
But,
they
like-
look like
This one's looking right through you is a more accurate example. You're kind of like right off frame, like staring at him from the side as he stares forward kind of thing.
Am I allowed to essentially say my sword is pulled and ready to strike to try and get surprise if they see something, or do I? Or at least I just want to try and get a jump if I see them look anywhere.
You
Like,
don't know how it's
draw
going to
one,
go, but you
yes.
can definitely do it.
I'm trying to, yeah. I'm just trying to set myself
You
up
can
just in
definitely do
case.
it.
Okay.
You'll see how it resolves when we get there, but you are definitely able to attempt that.
Sure.
do these bugbears look like they're like looking for something?
But we did just fight something, so they might have heard it.
They
Like,
look
did one
like
of
they're
them lose
being
contact?
they don't look like they're looking for an item. They look like they're hunkered down here.
They're alert.
They're alert and they've got their clubs out.
All right, well, Barnaby's just gonna like pull his nature's mantle around him, and he's just gonna try to follow March.
Okay.
Let me actually take one look at a spell. I want to see what the requirements are for Misty Step.
I was just doing that.
I think there's a verbal requirement to it.
Verbal. Okay. Well, fuck it. If I have to, I have to. So yeah, Barnaby's just gonna keep following along.
Okay. Let
I imagine they're all just like turning their heads to watch this druid who's just like walking through the middle of them. Like, what the fuck is up with this guy?
They probably attack you or say something before. Or maybe they just let you get in the middle so they can pummel you.
All right.
you are able to get through.
All right. And he says out loud, "That was easy."
Uh-oh.
No.
He said it.
it.
He pressed like the button.
Yeah.
It's like chess. You touch the piece.
Yeah.
Well, seeing how easy it was for Barnaby's to do it, Clog's gonna like hug the wall and then try and skirt around them as quietly as his 7-foot frame with plate mail can.
Okay. Did you roll a stealth check earlier?
I did recently. I can roll another one if you want.
I just gotta find where it was. That's damage. There we go. Okay. Okay, Clog. Start walking. Okay. And as you get to this guy right here, he turns around to talk to this guy, and your shoulders bump, and combat begins. As he yells, "Kill the soft-skinned one!"
Encased
they
in
all-
metal, you bugbear.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, everybody else roll initiative. I don't know if I can roll marches for him or not. Here we go, in it. Let's see if this does it. Oh. Does he have advantage on an initiative?
No, I think he just has a D8 plus
Okay.
a bunch of bonus.
The D8 didn't pop off. Or no, he's got a 2.
Oh no, sorry, he's just got the 2 because he doesn't have
So
Gift
he-
of Alacrity on.
So he should have a 16. Okay. Barnaby's.
Barnaby is just going to stop keeping the bees quiet, and he's going to say, "You should have just let us all pass," as he like smashes his bugbear in the back of the head. I'm assuming I still have Shillelagh up since we fought that other thing so quickly, so I'm actually going to spend a first level spell slot on Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
If I can find my spell slots and
Wait.
actually... Can't I mark them? There we go. Alright. And do I have him? I do have him targeted. Cool. Here's Mark.
You got him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to add the damage from Hunter's Mark onto my roll here. Alright. Second verse. It was the first. Got him. And then,
Nice.
yeah, I will step up here to, I guess, try and tie up these two in combat.
Okay.
That's it for me. Is that one that's beside me that's taking a turn?
Yeah, the guy right there.
Give him the bees.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, that's the DC. Can I roll the die? I guess not.
It should just be a different button. Which is it? Halo of Spores?
Yeah, I usually just have to drag the save button into
Oh, there we go. That
chat.
one did it.
Okay. Weird. Really, really weird.
He fails.
Failed. so he can take some damage. Not good damage
Okay.
because we haven't spent a wild shape for it, but
He is going to smack you with his Morning Star.
nope.
And he's going to miss. March, you don't have initiative or advantage on initiative, right? You might have been muted. I didn't hear you if you said anything. What?
Correct? You can hear me now. We're good.
You rolled a 16, but I don't.
Okay.
You don't have advantage, right?
No.
Okay. Cool. Igneo and Oryx, you would hear from behind you. Oh shit! And a goblin begins to run towards the screaming of the bugbear.
Oh yeah. Those guys were there.
They were there. You successfully snuck past them. He's going to attack you with a scimitar. And he's gonna crit with the
Sure.
scimitar. That's fair.
I don't like anything about that thing's name.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't understand why it has to be that terrible.
It's a random name generator.
But like,
Stealthily.
it doesn't have to be.
It's true. Those words didn't have to be in the vocabulary.
Try with my extra attack. Yeah. Damage, and I'm gonna put a level 1 divine smite on him.
Okay.
Two D8.
There you go. Nice. Oh, 12 on shoes.
Comfortable shoot.
8. There we go.
Those shoes aren't so comfortable now.
They're
Step in between the
significantly
three
less
of 'em.
comfortable with a smite in them.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I mean, I'm going to. I'm just gonna hunger of Hadar right behind me.
I was gonna say just do it on the group in front of you. It's like just whatever. We'll deal with it.
No, I can't see. Like, I had something I was gonna do for that group down there, but it could be way too destructive.
Fireball.
No, it's the electric version of that. I have synaptic static queued up,
Let's go.
but I don't want to kill.
Your
You
friends?
You wouldn't die.
Yeah.
You know.
They
No
would
one's
wish
ever
they were
died
dead.
from a fireball or the electric version of it.
Yeah, little
This
did
is-
Frank know this is what I was going to do to the people who can't be here next week. They're going to die from synaptic static.
This is what happened while you were gone. How do I do the template again? It's been a while since I've cast something with an AoE.
So how big is it?
20 feet, I believe.
Or circle?
Circle,
Is it
yeah.
a circle? If you control and then double mouse click, you can make a template and then move it, and then you got to target everyone in the circle manually. Or if there is a different way to target, I don't know, because
Gotcha.
my sheets are all different than your guys'.
Hold on. Oh, that's control of it. Okay, hold on. It's not letting me do it. Drawing. Draw a circle. There we go. Thank you. No, further. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to place it just right there.
Okay. And is that Hadar?
That is Hadar. Yep, that is Hadar.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. I don't think the first instance of damage happens.
I think it's all on their turn.
Yeah, it's when he starts his turn. And then I am going to move forward. I mean, he can take an attack of opportunity on me, but he would not be able to see me.
True, it would be at disadvantage. He will swing at you with disadvantage.
Sure.
He'll try to get a chunk of you. And he misses.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be it for me.
March.
Which one attacked Barnaby? Was it? Which bugbear has swung?
Yeah, it was powerful.
That one.
Powerful
one
has swung.
down
Okay.
To the
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I would like to. Can I go here and then move back out of it? Or
I
no, I can just
can-
go there, right? If he's just on that spot.
Or
I
we'll put
would
him
like to
that
put
one.
myself in between.
I'll bounce
those
them
two if
into
possible.
real squares.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to attack the ones that haven't gone yet because I have an advantage on them.
We'll bump everyone onto squares. We'll move it.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
I'm going to start with Dazzling Teeth. Just go for Dazzling Teeth. So, Hunter's Mark, bonus action. We should still be up because it hasn't been an hour since I cast it on the other guy. So I don't have to use a spell slot. And I have advantage. Oh, that didn't drag the dice, that dragged the entire window. That wasn't great. Okay, extra attack. Oh, this is advantaged. Extra attack. Let me see if I crit real quick. Okay, no.
No.
But it did hit because it was the 19.
Yeah. It'll still work.
use-
You don't have to. You don't even have to keep rolling. It'll do
Okay.
damage properly.
Then I'll sneak attack. And I'll add the d6 afterwards. Plus an extra 4 damage. And
Okay.
then last attack from Gloomstalker. And that's going to be this plus a d6 plus. There's that. Well, it's dying, but
Got 'em.
still, add an extra 3 damage to that corpse. And
Will do.
that's it.
So I have a
Okay.
question.
Yep.
The text for bless opens with you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Doesn't say I have to be able to see said creature, correct?
No. Let me just.
I'm curious because it usually does that.
Let's see. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever. Yeah. They just have to be within range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because most spells, if you
so-
need sightline, they'll tell you, like with
Yeah,
Infestation,
yeah,
this person I
Or
clicked
it'll
on.
say that, can hear you. Usually it
Yeah.
says that kind of stuff, so your deity,
Be within
your
range.
deity's good for it.
He knows who you want to bless.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah, pretty much. Where is bless? So you guys are all getting bless, and March, you can take a swing at whoever you would like.
I'm going to take a swing at natural chin whiskers. I still have advantage because it hasn't gone. Yep. And this gets sneak attack because it's a different round. Or turn. I always
Yep,
forget what the
different
ruling
turn.
was on that.
I think it's
I-
turn, yeah.
It is turn.
It's turn.
Oh, I just rolled the d20. It
rolled
I don't
with
know why
advantage.
Well, that was correct because he hasn't gone yet.
You got a
Um,
14?
Plus 8.
Wait.
I rolled a d20
Oh,
rather than dragging
20.
it from the
Okay.
thing. But it's a 22.
okay.
And I'm targeting him, so
Yeah.
it should still technically work.
Yeah, you're good. It'll work. If you're
Okay.
targeting him, it'll work. Yeah.
The sneak attack damage plus the d8. Plus, because of exploding die, 2.
Nice.
And that's my attack.
Very nice. And that's my turn.
Okay, this one's going to smack on Clog with his Morning Star. He's going to miss. This one's going to try to hit on Barnaby's. He's going to definitely miss.
Rejected.
This one's going to swing back at March. Which he can't see because he would need dark vision to see. And he misses. And this guy is going to walk up and attack Fog. And he's going to miss.
Those tasteful suspenders.
And that brings us to the top of combat where it's March's turn.
Okay, I'm going to first
God,
attack.
All rolled so much better than me.
Powerful. No longer have advantage. Just straight up attacks. I get 2 of these. But we have bless. Oh, that's a crit.
And a crit.
So, sneak attack. Oh, I didn't say bonus action under mark, so we'll just say that happens on the second attack. Rip extra d6.
Nice.
Plus 5 damage for an exploding dice.
And that one was on... Who were
Powerful.
you attacking? Which one? Powerful? Okay. You got him.
Okay, then my extra attack's gonna go. Well, I guess because I didn't bonus action, since Hunter's Mark him, I'll bonus action Hunter's Mark Natural Chin Whiskers and attack. Whoa.
Oh. The duality
Dang. That's
of
fine.
rolls.
Where does pass my turn?
Okay, Oryx.
I am going to firebolt these two.
Okay.
Firebolt's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you need to meta magic that?
I do believe you do.
Yeah, you can't just twin spell. Like, yeah, you still need to.
Oh,
Meta
oh, I
magic.
thought it was like
It's not
Eldritch Blast, so you
or anything.
could
No,
send,
no,
like, I gotta
firebolt
have
is just
one
one
demon
bolt
this time.
normally.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
my
you can
bad.
twin it to hit 2.
Gotcha. Nope, that's my bad.
How much damage is it
Okay.
taking? The goblin. That's in Hunger of Hadar.
There's only one in Hunger, and it's
Oh,
this
there's
one.
two?
So now it's
Oh,
his
I
turn.
don't
Oh,
know.
The other
Got it.
goblin wasn't actually in the circle. He went
Gotcha.
somewhere else.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the cold damage. So we're going to do a dex save on him.
He failed.
He's going to fail, and he's going to take 12 damage, max
You
damage.
killed him.
All right.
He never made it out.
Is there a shattering noise from inside?
No, you
You-
just hear
you-
a
you-
lot of
a pop.
slurping.
Cold slurping.
It's actually rather disturbing.
I don't know why that rolled twice. Attack at Barnaby and Clog. They both miss anyway. I was only attacking Clog, but this
Oh,
one
chin
is
whiskers.
also attacking Clog. That one's also a miss. Igneo. What does the Milky Circle do?
It's just gonna stay there for the time being.
Fair enough.
Move down there. Actually, no, I'm gonna move in the melee range of this guy. And then I'm going to attack him.
Do it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh god, have I moved 20? I think I moved 25, right?
That's
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You have 5
Then I
more.
am going to
Yep.
move close. Then I'm going to be next to this guy. And then I'm going to attack with my other attack. Just kidding, I'm not.
Wow.
I have a really hard time getting more than one attack off in a round.
It's true.
Yeah.
You said
Historically.
Now
discipline,
it's his
though.
turn. He's gonna swing back and see if he can hit you.
That's fair.
But he can.
Whoa.
You know, why not? I deserve this.
I don't think so.
He's like, oh my
Barnaby's.
god, somebody who isn't wearing armor.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna come up here and I'm going to get try and finish off natural chin whiskers, I guess.
Why is he rolling the Constitution
Oof.
save?
For
Oh,
hunger.
because concentration. Oh, goodbye, milky
Bye.
sounds of cold
The slapping.
slapping. Thank you.
I'm going
Slapping
to
wet darkness.
not
Thank you,
move
that's
my.
fine.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna not move the hunter's mark yet, because I think this guy's probably going out here.
Chin whiskers? Yeah, he's probably done. Yeah.
Right, and then I will use my bonus action to move the hunter's mark onto Ailing. Ooh, JK, not doing it.
Let it attack his way.
Let's go.
And get the
Oh,
extra
come on.
attack as well.
Ooh.
Could I smite that, or is it too late to call it?
I think you can
Like,
just
do I
smite
call it
after
when
you
it hits,
hit.
or
I
You usually have to
think
smite after you
so.
hit it, not before you roll
Okay.
damage.
yeah. Let me
Sorry, not after you. I don't think you can smite after you roll damage.
not after? Yeah, that's
let
fine.
me
Yeah,
check
because
out
as you're swinging it, as it's about to
smite.
contact, you're smiting.
That's when it smites. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm done. I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, when you hit. Yeah.
When I hit, okay.
New round.
Okay. Oryx.
Firebolt. Oh, that was so close.
Very
I wanted to
close.
crit so bad. That's
all
a
good.
hell of a firebolt.
You guys got him.
Sure, we learned that Goblin was a friend of that Mind Flayer, and Mind Flayer's coming down for us now.
Yeah, the bugbears. One of them called their supervisor before he died, and it was the
Well,
mind flayer.
there was still that Goblin that didn't die.
It's true.
ran
There was a
away.
goblin that didn't die. He did run away. You are absolutely
Where'd
correct.
get your supervisor?
Weren't there 2 goblins that ran away, or was it just 1?
I just know of one.
There were a number of goblins for sure.
Barnaby will ask Igneo if he would like a heal.
Sure.
He got clipped by a bugbear back there, so just throw a quick cure wound. Ooh, back.
I am full health.
Sick.
That was exactly what I needed.
Well, any of those bugbears have anything funny on them?
They only had their gear on them, so just some leather, some spiked leather armor, and some morning stars. Nothing of note on them. No clan markings, no nothing.
Okey-doke.
Okay, back down the cave. Just stop me if I hit anything.
Yeah.
My oh, okay. For a second, I thought it was waiting to confirm my movement, but it was just me still targeting Igneo, the arrow.
Anything in this cave?
So as you get into this room,
Okay.
your what? Yeah, you got a 20 passive perception. So you and Barnaby hear the sounds of water faintly from this direction.
We gotta go to water, right? So I'll start making my way over there if I don't see anything into the west.
And when you get to this fork, you hear it coming from the northern path, and it's just a faint whisper of water that nobody else except for you and Barnaby can hear.
Well, then I'd keep going.
Yeah, I'm following right behind him.
Following as long as the lag allows it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This blinds.
Sure does.
I'm going on an adventure.
What's this little? What's this? Oh my god!
I'm still going on an adventure.
I took pity on a couple of you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Pity's
okay, I'm
appreciated.
here at the fork.
There we go.
Buildings.
There's a building here. There's some rubble to the left. What else do I see? Anything or just...
So you see that this is rubble that comes to just a dead end. You see there's a door here. You hear water from this direction and more faintly from down.
I'll go to the less faint water. Is this anything with this door? Is this like a big building, a small building? Is it a building at all, or just a door on the side of a wall of the stone?
It is a big stone door. You don't see any. It looks like it needs to be pushed open, but there's nothing really on it.
Do I hear anything on the other side?
You do not hear anything on the other side.
What's Barnaby doing?
Yeah. At the risk of being jumped by oozes again, can I investigate this rubble? Is it like a collapsed passage or something?
You may investigate the rubble and see what you may see.
Oh, are you calling for an investigation check?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
You believe it's just some roof cave in, but there was no tunnel there. You believe that to be stuff that fell from above.
Oh, okay, so there's like no like gaps in the rocks.
No, it smooths out to a wall, even though there are big boulders. As you look up, you can see some. I can't remember if it's stalactites or stalagmites that are the ones that hang from above, but you see some of those are
Stalactites.
missing from above. And yeah, you believe that it's just from the ceiling.
Do we care about this door at all? Or we just walk past it? What's everyone's thoughts?
This looks like it might be the town that Yokas mentioned, so like I say we just like try and find the back of the town and see if we can locate that pool.
Okay. Just keep going in the town. Does it look like to the right it opens up to like a... Oh yeah, it looks like that looks like a river.
You see a few rafts lined up here.
So in back by the river, so it's probably around here then. Is this a building here on my right?
It feels like a tunnel there.
We're going to a
Okay.
pool
And
that's by the river.
that's where I'm gonna lock token movement. Just
Sorry.
double check here who's outside and who's inside, because sometimes it does a really shit job of putting the pins down here. So I'm just gonna double check a couple pins to make sure that we don't run into something here. Okay. Okay. That. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
I've checked what I needed to check.
Okay.
But I will still keep you guys in token lock mode.
All right. So I guess
Um,
kind of like seeing the area that looks like what was described. But I'm just gonna like take a look around and see if like are there any like signs of recent activity here?
make a survival check.
Oh, I might actually be good at this.
Oh yeah, you see well-worn footpaths that go in multiple directions.
Cool, cool, cool. Also for future reference, I'll have to make a note to change my favorite enemy the next time I hit like a bugbear or something, because that is a thing that rangers can do now. All right, well-worn footprints. Cool. All right, I guess Brandon will kind of like motion march over to the door and like kind of point at it and like then at himself like
I'm trying.
you know,
I'm currently locked. I'm currently in place, just walking.
I don't see anything that I can accept.
Oh. How about now?
There we go.
okay. So yeah, he's like, you know, do you want to do the honors or like?
I'd
should
love
I?
to. How's this door look?
It looks like you believe you can open it.
Then I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
What's inside?
It shuts right away. No.
No.
This is just a broken down house with some rubble in it. There's nothing in this house.
Shit. Alright, what about this
These guys here are like houses where the doors are like completely like destroyed, and in some cases some of the walls are destroyed too. That's why you can kind of see through them, kind of.
Right, so like ruins.
Yeah.
Oh, this goes back farther. And find the farthest back house.
Is that what he said? Remind me what he said, because I forget what he said about the pool.
Yeah, the note I have is
He said it was far in the
southeast of
back.
Stormcoulder, other townish place in back near River Sargoth.
So
In
the
a pool where
river
fish-
was where we just were. I wonder if there's more,
Yeah,
if we
we're
can get near the
house
river.
Yeah, and you know that the river was flowing all the
northeast, right?
this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that's like what I'm trying
maybe
to do is
yeah,
find
I
a
see.
house closer
I
to
see
that.
what you got.
Yeah. So like if I move up here, maybe if it will. There. This looks kind of promising, but then there's also a pathway here. No, that's a dead end. All right. Let's check this one.
That end up there, you said?
Sort of. It keeps going like up, but not like
No, it could possibly. I
east.
mean, we'll check this one, but it could possibly also go up and to the right more.
Yeah.
So how's this door looking?
Because Barnaby rolled so high on his check from his survival check from earlier, I'm going to say that as he gets closer to that door, he's able to let you know that somebody walked through that door recently.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know that building could be occupied.
I'd like to open it very quietly.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Sure. I'm good at this because you made fun of me once for not being good at this. And when I
You're
rerolled this
welcome.
character, this is gonna take a couple of seconds. Let the game catch up. Okay, we're good.
Okay. You open it very quietly. Let me check something quick. And okay. You open the door quietly and see. You can't see what's on the other side of them, but they're huddled around something that's kind of like a semicircle
Pool-esque.
that's coming out of the wall, like that.
Hmm.
Oh. They're huddled around it. And
Would it
this
be
one
the
reaches
craziest
into it.
misunderstanding ever? It looks like there's a pool-ish thing. I know that's not what you said, but that's what I would take from it. We should probably
No,
go
yeah,
in there.
in a pool where fish swim, there are mysterious orbs.
So like, are we going in swinging or are we going in like?
I mean, we weren't told anybody was going to be here like giving these to us, so I'm assuming we are just taking them.
But like, is this the place people go?
You guys know your magic item hunting.
Yeah.
I believe you were told this city was like abandoned as well by the mind flayer, that like there's nobody over here. It's not like a town, but there are structures. It's beaten up.
Yeah. It's like if you follow the river, there are like some pirate structures, but or like
Yeah.
locations,
Oh,
but it's, like,
pirates!
all
That's
the-
right.
Yeah,
It's an
so, like-
abandoned town that's kind of like there's pirates near it. And
So, like Barnaby will say like this seems like a spoon situation.
Okay, the second you say spoon, I am, if I can, sneakily as possible, since both of their attention seems to be on the pool. Because I don't know anything down here. I don't know if it can see through anything. I'm trying to sneak to get a jump on this guy.
So I will let you guys have a surprise round.
That's great.
And yeah, we
Now,
will
I'm going to be non-lethally because I don't know these people.
I'm going to say they look pretty well geared, and you don't think you have to say that right now, but if
Okay.
you still want to specify, that's okay. You don't think you're going to accidentally kill them in one hit.
Okay.
These guys look well geared, as if they're also adventurers.
Okay.
They don't look nice, but they look just as geared as you guys.
Sure. Wait.
Everybody roll the surprise round of initiative.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Happy birthday.
Surprise! It's a round of initiative.
This and that. Sweet.
Okay. And that's not it. That's not the song I just tried to do.
We are
we
going
go.
to bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do the thing. With advantage. And that's an automatic crit because they're surprised. So that's 2 sneak attacks. Plus, because that'd be 4d6 sneak attack. Then 2d6 for Hunter's Mark because of the crit. And then add an extra d8. Okay, and then that's add 1 damage. 1 explosion. Okay, second hit.
He's only lightly damaged after taking 33 damage. That's
It's a
alarming.
little scary. That's also an automatic crit. So that's just, this is the 2d6 from Hunter's Mark. And do 7 more damage on top of that.
Okay.
And then last attack, Gloomstalker. Still an automatic crit. So that's Hunter's Mark damage. That's Dread Ambusher times 2. And then this. I'm
Jesus.
not good at... And then add 2 more damage on top of that. I only can explode my d6s.
Oh, wait, that's the oops. Hold on. There we go. You say I just set him back to 10 health. Hold on. there we go.
March doesn't have levels in Ranger, does he?
I have 5 levels in Ranger.
Oh, are you doing favored foe?
No. Because I went
Favorite
with
foe.
the original rule set, because that's the optional from Tasha's.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say, favorite foe is an extra d4 on anything you hit. Pretty good.
Anything else for March?
Oop, wait a minute. Oh no, that's it. With 107 damage.
Spicy.
Oryx.
Isn't even my final form.
All right. I am going to walk here.
Oh yeah, I've been missing my friggin' Swarm Keeper extra damage too. My extra D6 of piercing. Shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Tash's Mind Whip at level 3 and hit both of them with it.
And also, to be fair, I do get 1 round of this, and then I'm completely spent most of the time. So that's all. I
What
can't.
is
Also,
your
yes.
what is the low bound on your initiative roll?
So it's plus 10. So it's an 11 is my low bound.
So you got a pretty
For initiative.
high number right now then.
For initiative, 25.
Rolled
Yeah,
with a 15. Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
So let's see what we can get done about that. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have a
target
plus 12 to stealth, so I have a good chance of jumping and at least trying to get a surprise round. Ooh.
Did I?
Yeah.
Both success.
What do they do with successes? Half as much damage.
It should do that automatically then.
That was applied to both of them, I guess.
Yep. It got them both.
Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do after the end of my turn is I'm going to hit March with Chronal Ripple. So reroll your initiative.
Nice. So yeah, March, you get to re-roll your initiative. Did we lose him?
We might have.
He's appalled
Uh-oh.
into silence.
I can re-roll it for him. In it.
Gotta use plus 10.
Same initiative.
Amazing.
That was
Wow.
not useful.
No, it was not.
I think that's the second time that's happened.
That's wild.
You guys got to find a way to get him disadvantaged when you selectively want to.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else for Oryx?
Oh, if he had advantage, I could negate his advantage.
He doesn't, though. He's just good at it.
Oh yeah, I'm
Good to
gonna.
know.
Yeah, I'll just go in a bit further here.
When
Okay.
you target him with that, can you give him an attack or?
It's not a spell slot, so
Ah,
no.
Stage.
It's Ignio's turn.
Now I'm moving in.
Okay.
Oh. I got another 10 feet of movement.
Nice.
It's already heavy damage. I'm not going to waste a hex. And let's break the pattern.
Let's
Okay.
The curse has been lifted.
Oh,
When
you're
you
back.
left, Oryx re-rolled your initiative, and you rolled
Oh.
another 25.
No. If it was any lower.
I know.
Yep.
If it was any lower, you would have gotten to go again. Anything else for Ignio?
He dead?
Nope.
No.
He's looking pretty beat up though.
Okay. Tell my turn.
Barnaby's.
All right.
The surprise round too, so it's not like they get to go
Yeah.
until next round. So
Barnaby will step into the
Correct.
room. Barnaby will step into the room. All right. I'm gonna cast Heat Metal at the third. Or wait, what kind of weapons does this guy look like he's holding?
You see,
just by the portrait.
one of them is holding, where is it? One of them is holding no weapons, and the other is holding, a scimitar and a whip. So this one's holding a scimitar and a whip, and this one it has no weapon in her.
Well, I'm gonna cast Heat Metal on the Scimitar
Okay.
at the third level. If it will actually tick. There we go. So he is going to take 3d8 fire damage. And then he will have a con save if he wants to keep holding on to it. Doesn't actually give me the con save here.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. All right, where is my something here has to give me a check. Oh wait, it's right here. Okay, yeah. Con save. All right, he has to drop the scimitar.
Okay. He drops his scimitar.
Into the pool?
No. On the ground. He's turned around since he's been hit.
Yeah.
You don't
mean
take 141 damage without
It
turning
was
around.
107. It was only 107.
Well, so far it's been
For me.
141 total.
Yeah. All right, that's it for me. I don't have any relevant bonus actions.
Yeah, this one can't go clog.
I'm gonna move into the room.
I should have asked if either of them were wearing metal armor.
It looks like the one on
Right-
top is, but
right
that
there.
could maybe be scale. Though they look metallic and shiny.
It is scale.
Seeing that this one's almost done, trying to finish the job.
Okay, he's barely alive. He's in curb stomp territory.
Freaking glory kill.
Yeah, exactly. If this was Doom, this would be a glory.
And then, yeah, we'll go for the glory then. That's what Clog's all
You
about.
hit him. Yeah, how do you finish this man off? If that's what you plan to do.
You said they look evil. No, not evil, but like not so friendly, right?
They came in here ready to fight.
Pirates.
So, with Clog's axe, as he swings it, it'll get like stuck into the guy's gut, and he'll just like flip him over his head backwards, so his body will land behind him.
Nice.
All right. I guess I'll drop concentration on heat metal.
Okay. Anything else for Clog?
No, that was my second attack. I was trying to remember if it was 2 or 1.
Okay. This is the real round. Oryx.
Lack of good
Also,
options.
Igneo, make a dex check. You have tied with
What's your
the
tie?
other drow.
I will do that.
So
The
close.
drow
Huh.
wins.
You need more dexterity.
Okay.
No, not really.
I know.
I mean, I could take another point.
Ooh.
There's my crit.
Crit.
There's that crit.
That is so many dices.
Barnaby's.
All right. Well, I will bonus action to put my hunter's mark on this drow, and I will come up here. Give them the beep. So, where? Oh, not showing my shilling rate. There we go.
Hit.
I need to drag a few things onto my.
No, I didn't mean
Crack.
that. Something. There we go.
Hunter's mark was like closer to the top of my stuff, so I didn't have to keep scrolling for it. Right. So, Gathered Storm is going to be the extra damage. Right, and I'm going to mark them as my favored foe, so I will get an extra 1d4 once per turn against Drow until a short rest. Second attack. Right, I don't actually have anything to add to this set up yet, so I'll just throw my damage and an extra d4, so 21 damage total. Oh, that shouldn't have that extra 1d6. Or you can drop 6 off of that. That shouldn't have my
Okay.
Gathered Swarm twice on
Yo.
there. Okay, and that's it for me.
March.
Okay. So, I was just looking at Assassination's wording. Except they haven't taken a turn this combat, so I do still have advantage because they haven't taken a turn. Right? Or no?
So, let
I
me
think
double check.
the-
Does
the exact
surprise skip a
wording-
turn?
I
Like, do they
don't
take a
know.
turn?
I will
You
roll
can't
without
move or
advantage
take an
if you'd
act,
like
so-
me to.
I think they get a turn. It's just that
Yeah, they can't
can't-
take anything.
they regain the reaction. They
That's
can't take any
fine.
actions, and they get the reaction back.
I'm just.
I think.
Let me just read surprise here.
I'm blessed, so I got that. The D4.
Oh shit!
Okay, determine surprise.
You still have bless?
Should I not have bless?
I thought I turned that off.
Does an 18 hit?
If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of combat,
Okay,
and you can't take a
um,
reaction until that turn ends.
Gotcha.
So they would
does-
not be surprised anymore.
Right. It just means there's like an advantage because that means they took a turn
Yeah.
already. Then, does an 18 hit? Because I shouldn't have that too. Because bless is still there.
18 hit.
Okay. So then I will roll this. Sneak attack.
You got him.
Sweet.
Cool. All right. I guess Barnaby
Man.
will.
Good job, guys. You guys really made work of them.
Do
This
the
is why I also think
comparatively
we should be
geared
doing non-lethal, damn it.
do the comparatively geared adventurers have anything?
I want to go
Yeah.
down here. Here.
Let's see. What do we got? You do find a spell book. Inside the spell book, you find insect plague and ray of sickness. Can anyone use those, or is that only?
I don't think we have
Wizards.
any wizards.
We have no wizard.
Yeah. So you find that's, and then on the, so that was on the person. As you're going over them, you see that. Do any of you know anything about Drow?
Sure don't.
I mean, I can speak under common, so I don't know if I've ever been I might know some
Make a
basics about
history
the
check.
Underdark. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that's the biggest chance I have of knowing anything. History. +1.
You know nothing about
This checks out.
Drow. Yeah. Nothing that you recognize. The person who was holding the whip and the scimitar, the scimitar looks the scimitar and the whip both look very fancy. But that's all you'd know about them at the moment, is that they both look like they're fancy weapons. Nicer than all the other weapons you've found so far. That's all that's on them.
Okay.
What about this
if I look-
pool?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do I see when I look in the pool? Do I see the fish?
So you see that in the pool. It's kind of like the river is actually like running through the pool, and at the bottom you can kind of see a whole bunch of different rocks, and you see a couple of those rocks are actually orbs. So more than one of them are orbs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put them in the party sheet.
Oh, we're just taking them all?
There's 2.
Okay.
All of them are
Good.
rocks except for 2. One of them,
I was gonna ask the fish which one is safe to handle, but if we can just take them both without anything bad happening to us, then by all means.
let's see. Yeah. You guys are able to get them out easy enough. You don't know what the Orb of Whispers looks like, but you have two orbs. One of them kind of looks like sparkling, and the other one is not sparkling. It's kind of got like when you look into it, something's like swirling inside of it.
Oh my god, it's the Palantir, Fool of a Took.
Oh god. Can I like do an Arcana check on one of them?
Sure, which one?
Let's do Orb.
Okay. You believe this one
Does it whisper to him?
you believe that one to be let me just double check something here. Need to. You believe that one is definitely divination magic, which is what you would attribute to the Orb of Whispers. You believe that it has secrets within it, but you can't quite figure out what you would need to do to use this magic item. It seems kind of outside of your understanding how it might work, but you believe that one's probably the Orb of Whispers.
I'll relay that back.
What's the other one?
Do a check on it too.
I'll help. I have Arcana.
Do it.
Give yourself advantage on that. Yeah, help.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. You also can guidance yourself, I think.
You can.
I could
I try not to.
Could have had it.
Okay. 21, that's not bad.
That one is you believe that it's a some kind of conjuration elemental orb. You don't quite get much more than that out of it. You feel like you'd have to maybe like sit down and like study it, and like actually get a good look at it or talk to someone about it. But you feel like it's probably something to do with conjuration. And it looks like, oh, I gotta not unidentify this real quick. It looks like the blue one in this photo,
Oh.
except it's round, but it's kind of got that look to it. It's the shape of the green one. So it's round, it's orb-like, but it's kind of blue like that. You believe it's conjuration magic, but you'd have to spend a bit more time to figure out what it might be.
You would have to ponder it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That is a water-based
Pond.
thing, because that's what the blue reminds me of.
Ice.
It's either ice or
Who's
water.
holding on to these?
Extremely hot fire.
Yeah. I don't think it's blue fire, but that'd be cool. I don't think there's a blue fire elemental.
If nobody has picked up the scimitar and the whip yet, Barnaby will stow those away
Okay.
and get
I'll
grievously cursed.
I'll take the creepy orb of whispers if anyone doesn't want it. Like I'm already messed up, so it's not really gonna do much. I'm also Xanathar's best friend, so
I can take the blue one.
Okay.
Do we want to give the rest of this little townlet once over? See if there's any more.
do we need to?
Necessarily.
I just feel like why chance it?
Yeah, that's fair. We can head back to the Skullport docks and wait for 10 Fingers to show up, announce our success.
Okay, so you want the scimitar and the whip?
Sure.
No.
I mean, I won't use either of them, but I'll hang on to them. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. My cat has found a millipede and is very interested in it.
And
Joys of house ownership.
Yeah. Where'd it go?
There we go. Okay, Barnaby's.
Is hey, buddy.
There we go.
Okay. Can we have like 5 minutes? I'm gonna go drop this guy outside and feed this
Sure.
cat.
We're almost done if you got a couple more minutes. We're pretty much there.
Okay, sure. Don't eat
Because
this, buddy.
I was just going to ask, are you guys going to take the raft back or try to walk back around?
I feel like just walk around. Like I don't think there's a
Yeah.
reason to like
We know the route back.
complicate things.
Don't chance it on the water.
It's just a bug,
Okay.
buddy. It's okay.
You guys are able to walk all the way back around and get back to Skullport. The next day, Norgan does show up and he picks you up and he brings you back. And you're able to deliver the Orb of Whispers to the Xanathar without any issues.
One shot in one session. It
And
can
he tells
be
you
done.
guys, yeah, it can be done. I had an out just in case.
I don't
But
believe it.
that combat could have been scary if those guys got a turn. Good job. That's one of those you don't know how good that went.
Probably really good. The best
It
part
definitely felt like we
about
got
that
lucky.
The
Is-
guy with the whip and the scimitar could attack like 3 times a turn.
Just wait until next level, then it's action surge, and I could do double that damage.
Wait till next level, then anything that dies within my halo of spores can come back as a zombie.
Dang.
But is March putting points into Paladin?
Oh no, never
He
mind.
can't.
Druid
I don't
sick
have the
level
charisma.
34. Shoot. Shoot.
But yeah, that's as far as
Neat.
we're gonna go today, and then at some point next week I'll see if we want to run some kind of one shot next week or not.
How do you leave it?
Next week we'll do security detail stuff, and then I'll ask the group what we want to do after that. There'll be another choice, and then we'll do one and then the other again.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
Sounds good to me.
But yeah, this map is fucking huge. We used
Well, it's Dungeons of the Mad Mage map, right? You use the
yeah.
and all of the
yeah.
maps in those are huge, right? I remember just
Yeah.
the first 2 levels of that was crazy.
I would be
Yeah,
right back.
Never
this is
finished.
level 3.
Huge.
Yeah. So it should be fun. We've kind of got 4 levels that we can really work with until Behold comes back. Anything past 4 levels, so we can go up 2 from here or down 1. Anything further than that, I don't think you guys can handle it. Because this area is technically under-leveled for you guys. The next one should be on level.
We're 9. I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense, right? Because you enter Dungeons of the Mad Mage at 5, so you should be 4, but it's 9 by the time you get to 4th level.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is for level 8s, and then that final encounter I gave you was a hard to deadly encounter if you didn't do 140 damage turn 1. So it could have been a hard one, but the rest of it was all level 8 scaled.
Look, I'm just trying to see if I can beat Sildar's
Hey.
damage before I hit level 20.
I'm okay with this. It made it so, with the
With
exploding.
with the surprise round, Frank, I could do it, and you know it. Next level, action surge.
I mean, he did do like 107 at level 9.
No, I mean Rogue Paladin will beat Paladin Fighter in a
Oh,
one
yeah.
round.
Well, it's also because Ranger, the way Gloomstalker read in 5th edition, Ranger gets to make an extra attack on the first round, an additional attack. It doesn't say it caps at 2, so it's 3 attacks. The way it reads, let me pull it up real quick. Dread Ambusher. If you take the attack action on that turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack. An extra attack lets you attack twice, plus an additional one from Dread Ambusher. Tied to the attack action, which extra attack lets you take another attack action. Which technically I think will only cap out at 5, though, because Gloomstalker doesn't say... From what I've seen, it's 5. You don't get 2 Gloomstalker attacks.
Oh, so are you saying like the Gloomstalker attack off of an action surge?
I don't think you can do that because it says if you take the attack action on the turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack as part of that action. So yes, you do get 6 attacks on your first turn.
That's disgusting.
It is.
And tied with Rogue Assassin, if it's a surprise, 6 crits as long as you hit each time.
Pretty good.
Technically, this is also the only way if I had the charisma, it would actually make sense to go into Paladin at some point just for the Divine Smite crit. But
Yeah.
I do not have that ability.
I've got an interesting idea for what I'm going to do right before we come back out of like the Undermountain stuff so that I can like actually test how strong you guys are.
I also, that is first turn. If there is more than 1 enemy, I'm really good against 1 enemy. If there are multiple, then the second turn I'm just turned into a tank because I have a 19 AC. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
just switched.
I know the way to do it if I really want to beat on you guys is just have more targets.
Yeah.
But I want to throw some stronger single targets down and see like how strong does the single target have to be to live through a turn? How big
Surprise,
does it
it's
have
pretty
to be?
hard, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm gonna find a way to test it before we go back into the real campaign. I'm gonna find
Definitely
find an
doable.
encounter.
Take us out.
If I could get like a crit off on like my first attack each turn, I can stack quite a few dice on it too. Because I get the symbiotic entity dice, the gathered swarm die, the favored foe die, the hunter's mark die.
Yeah, I just do first turn and then I fall off drastically. But that's why I picked up like interception so that I can help tank and whatnot once we hit that point.
Makes sense.
You guys as a team do a good amount of damage though.
We do.
You guys do. At some point I'm gonna get a good handle on just how strong it is.
What does this campaign go to? 15?
TPK.
It goes to 15, yeah.
Because I was going to say it's not 20. Because at 20, you cannot get a handle on how strong a level 20 is. It's physically impossible.
I feel like at level 20, like I said, you're either doing world-ending shit or
you did,
it's just
and you
puzzles.
literally 2-round killed a demon lord at full strength with the
right,
level 20s
but
you
like,
had.
but
And an
but,
Elder
like,
Brain.
The way you do that though
Elder
is
Brain's
by
not as
like,
scary
yeah,
as a demon lord. Cyrog was a little homebrewy and ended up not getting everything. Well, no, I think, didn't he have a mythic action? Mythic actions are the answer to level 20s. Because they can come back after.
Reduced his health to 0 on my first turn.
He instantly had to use his mythic action, yeah.
You really got to be not generous with rest at all.
You can do that. Or mythic
and
actions
really
do
bleed them.
actually do. I really liked all of my homebrews had mythic actions because I had to let them. They had to live past one turn.
Oh yeah, or at least get to hit on that turn. You know, give people a reason to back up. Like I feel like had either one of those guys gotten to go in the first round, you guys would not have swarmed them.
But you guys didn't have less than 100 health ever.
Yeah.
He couldn't do enough damage to do his big thing, which is that he can cast Power Word Kill as a layer action.
This is also true.
So, other topic. I'm just taking a look at like mechanids and stuff in D&D 5e, and apparently D&D does qualify mushrooms as plants. So,
let's go.
Yeah,
you could have a buff mushroom.
Yeah,
that's
my goal now.
Oh, the buffering.
How long?